June 2018, number 6. An infinite loop is where a section of a program repeats indefinitely. For each of the pseudocode algorithms shown below, tick the appropriate box to show whether they will loop infinitely or not. So here we've got pseudocode, and at the back of my mind, I'm translating the pseudocode to programming code, in my case Python, and there's 1 segment, 2 segments, 3 segments, 4 segments, and which one of these will loop infinitely and which will not loop infinitely. Now, first of all, what we see here, we've got 3 types of pseudocode which involve a while statement and one which involves a for statement. So if we, for example, look at the while statement, can you remember how this while statement is working? Well, if it loops infinitely, that means that it is not, the while statement is not working properly. And the while statement and all statements have a particular structure associated with them. So that means that the structure is not in place. Okay, so what we will do here is to look at the structure of the while statement. Now, first of all, count equals 1. So you have a variable which is initialized to something. In this case, the variable is count and it's initialized to 1. And you need this, it's mandatory, a variable that you initialize in the while statement, in the while loop. While count is less than equal to 6, so you have while and then you have a sort of condition here, which is count is less than equal to 6. Print count, it does something, and count equals count plus 1. So here you are incrementing or doing something to the variable that you've initialized beforehand. So this should work. Now, if I run it, I should get the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rather. Okay, so this works here. Now, here we've got some code. While x count is less than equal to 6, print x count equals x count plus 1. So what is missing? Well, we've forgotten to initialize the variable. So at the beginning here, we should have a sort of statement saying x count equals some number, say 1, but we haven't done that. So if you forget to initialize the variable, you get a syntax error. Let's demonstrate that. And you can see that you've run it without the variable being initialized and you get a syntax error. Now here, we've got the while statement again, and what we've got here is a count equals 0, while a count is less than equal to 6, print a count. So what have we forgotten? We've forgotten to increment the variable a count. We should have a statement like a count equals a count plus 1 or a count equals a count plus 2. Because we have forgotten to increment the variable a count, the value of a count always is 0, and when you run it, you get an infinite loop. Let's see. So this is running. Now I'm trying to think how to stop this. I'll stop it here. So what we do is that we have, an infinite loop there. So what shall I do? I shall Okay, I'm back here now. So I've got the sort of structure of the while loop written here out again. So if I look at this pseudocode here, x equals 0, while true, that's first line is initializing, second line is condition, print x, end while. This is in pseudocode, remember. So what is missing? The x equals x plus 1. So this will loop infinitely. And I've put yes there. It's very difficult to do ticks here. Next one, x equals 0. Whilst x is less than 0, print x, end while. So again, we've forgotten to increment the x, so it will loop infinitely. The next one here is x equals 0, while x is less than 0, print x, what x equals x plus 1, end while. So this while structure has got all the components to it, so it will not loop infinitely. And now here, what we've got is a for statement, y equals 5, for x equals 1 to y, so it will be 1 to 5, print x, next, and ideally it should have a x there, and this will print numbers 1 to 5, so it will not loop infinitely. Okay. Now here it says use pseudocode, write an algorithm that will use a count controlled loop to print out the numbers 1 to 10 in ascending order. Okay, so what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to write the program for it in Python. And a count controlled loop, that means a for loop to print out the numbers 1 to 10 in ascending order. And so here it will print out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so what we have here is the program for j in range 1, 11, print j in Python. Now, if I should run that, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the Python, and the equivalent in pseudocode will be for j equals 1 to 10, print j, next j. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put here, just for my education there, program. Oh, rather, let's say program. And what I'm going to do here is programming code in Python. And as the specification now stands, you could write this. And I find it easier to think in programming code. Many do. But in pseudocode, a version of pseudocode could look like this. So here we have it.